what life sounds like to a deaf person. I know you have never been able to hear, my dear, but I want you to know what life sounds like. Your mother hums in the kitchen, her favorite gospel melody, and it sounds like warm oil in the palm of your hand, scented like rose petals and lavender, moisturizing your driest sorrows. Remember the first time you got caught in the rain? Droplets sound like skateboarding on cemented sidewalks where wheels bump on every 9 segmenting squares apart from each other. Screams and thunder sound a lot like each other. They both sound like being out of breath while your stomach aches, like the energy generated between clapping hands or the moment you decide to make a stand to change. Splashes of water sound like the tips of your finger when your hand falls asleep from poor circulation. Once the sunrise dries puddles, birds chirping remind me of syncopated rainbows singing a chorus of happy laughter. Sounds like tickles and liquid smiles drizzled over your earlobe, and like the touch of a lover, that feeling never gets old. But sadness and sniffles, cries, they all sound like eyes after a million sleepless nights, worrying about a runaway daughter and the swollen ankles that for 15 years took care of her. Have you ever stuck your head out of a moving car? That's what planes in the sky sound like. A cat's purr sounds how I imagine clouds feel. Screeching cars that crash on city streets sound like heartbreak, the type that feels like life is over so you move on for sanity's sake. Kissing sounds as sweet as they taste. Deep breaths sound like faith. Chewing sounds like popping purple bubble gum with your index finger over and over again. Children's chatter sounds like fields of pink lilies. Rubber duckies sound silly. A lion's roar sounds like the stout chest that follows success. And crickets are a lot louder than the silence they represent. When doors open, they sound like anticipation. Or maybe that's just because I always get antsy, wondering who's on the other side of them. Jazz sounds like a Crayola-crafted meteor shower. Streams of turquoise shooting stars, burgundy comets, dancing around multicolored planets, making abstract art in our universe. Shattering glass sounds like a curse. Good things, smiles, and hugs have no sound. And love is a metaphysical emotion that on every stretch of this earth can be found, and every one of our senses understands it. And it looks the same as it sounds the same as it feels the same as it smells, and tastes better than anything this lifetime would ever allow me to tell. So I hold on to it like a last lifeline. Tell you what, God makes no mistakes. You can't hear, but there are 4 other senses through which you can experience beauty, and with the distractions of this world muted, you can see God unobstructed.
Yeah.
Hi, can you hear me? So if you know me, you know that I take my advocacy for the differently abled nation very seriously. So I know that there are many different forms of disabilities, but when I heard about this event, I knew that I had to resurrect a piece that's very special to my heart. The first time I performed it was 4 years ago at Brave New Voices. It's a piece called Crutches. So here we go. Trust is a gift few people are worthy to receive. So I learned not to give it freely. But the doctor says I have no choice. I stand alone with assistance. Lean on me. Black, shiny steel with a firm handle. I learned to get my poker face just right. Determined never to cry, only to make you sorry you had ever tried to make me, whether you knew it or not. Strong but still weak, I've become so desensitized to my own daily life that it's hard for me to bring my insides out. Hard for me to express myself because I can't protect myself if I'm exposed. The loneliness would swallow me. The ignorance makes me want to break some kneecaps so you can feel my pain. The apathy makes me want to knock you off your path of righteousness and oblivion. The pain would be too much for me. The sticks and stones of society bruise me every day. Sore, but still kicking. Lean on me. Black, paint chipping, imitation steel. Rubber tips grip the concrete, wearing away under my gradually increasing weight as I navigate through life at adjustable heights. heights depending on the circumstances. Most of the time, you're oblivious. The only thing worse than my conspicuous invisibility is your 20/20 blindness. Like the lady in the Office of Special Student Services who just smiles in my face, not even listening to what I say, when I tell her I don't want my professor to put the notes for class on Blackboard. I want them to fix the elevators. I guess the shock is too much. But that's the effect I aim for. I want to destroy all expectations because exceeding them would be too easy. I don't have time to be that group of girls who rides around on a red scooter waiting for you to stop staring and see me. Waiting for you to stop staring and see me. And I've been stupid enough to let that make me feel low. Desperate enough to hope to be accepted, respected, and embraced without having to prove myself. Running a never-ending race, giving you a head start when I'm the one who's supposed to be on crutches. I try to stand tall. Rubber tips wear away under my gradually increasing weight. I want to be seen as the loyal, loving, trailblazing, concrete-scraping person I am. Black, shiny steel with a firm handle that you would be lucky to hold on to. Because pointless pity doesn't change anything. I was raised to be independent, don't take that from me. You mistake isolation for empathy, when it's really fear of a force you have never seen before and did not expect to see coming. So don't try to make me into what you think I am, helpless, because I stand alone with assistance. Lean on me, black, shiny, paint chipping imitation steel. Rubber tips grip the concrete, wearing away under my gradually increasing weight as I navigate through life at adjustable heights depending on the circumstances. Let me tell you the secret. Don't squeeze too tight. And don't lean too hard. Because I don't even need to fall to break. I don't even need to fall to break. I walk alone with assistance. Sore, but always kicking.
For real?
But in all seriousness, she is a dynamite poet who hails from the tradition of Audre Lorde, June Jordan, Nikki Giovanni, Selma Sanchez, Stacey M. Chin. Please welcome Chelsea. Come on.
I go by Chels. Yeah, what's up? How y'all doing? It's so nice to see all of y'all tonight. All of you look so beautiful from up here. So give yourselves a round of applause. I'm going to be performing two pieces tonight for you guys. They're not exactly happy poems. I'm going to be real with y'all. We all in college. We all about grown now. Everybody has had their first love, and I'm assuming most of y'all have had their first heartbreak, and if you haven't, let me tell you, it ain't shit. Shit sucks. It sucks so bad. You know, just like, damn. Walk around just like, and you don't know more, you're just like, what?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so, I just try to process those feelings. I wrote some poems about a particular female, and luckily, I was bold enough to push my process. I talked to her, so we're working on that. But shout out to her, I guess. But yeah, so I told her, I'm like, damn, I'm building my career off of this job. Alright, so yeah, the first poem, this poem is entitled the song by Franco Shan. Yeah, because the song is about like wanting to be gone after losing somebody else. You know, they say it takes the average person 16 months to get over an ex. I guess that means I should start to expect this knotted pain in my chest to rectify itself every other 30 seconds for the next few days And when 24 becomes 7, maybe I'll be strong enough to curve the razor away from my arm for myself. You see, self-harm won't make this ache strength any less, and eventually old voicemails won't be enough. I can't survive off of rereading those texts. I remember the first time you kissed my scars. Wrapped your lips around the lines like monkey's bars. You once told me that devil's playground broke your heart, so I buried my demons in the sandbox to make them stop. Uphill I fought, as if rivaling as David with Goliath did, but you were my slingshot, my savior, my blessing, my prayer, my answer when asked how I had managed to stay here. I never told you, but you saved my life. Rather, you gave me life, then a figure to believe in, a God to see me in. I saw God within myself, and I loved her. I loved her fiercely through your eyes, and when my lies bit your tongue and you started to cry, I built a boat between your chest and mine because there was fire to be found on the bridge. Called the oars from my missing rib. You see, your existence was made for me. A divine act of destiny, and rather than drown in the salt of your streams alone, I squeezed your tears from my eyes and made your eye my home. I wonder how many poems I have to write before they're no longer about you. I wonder how many nights I'll have to dream without you. Days will work more when I had you, let miles to be around you, but with times come around you and I become the black widow watching worlds collide. Our love made stars divide, implode against the sheer fire and ice of your life merge with mine. I wonder, does the moon cry at night mistaking shadows for the sun? I tend to mistake the lampshade with you. Say, I forced you to dance alone, but I'm moving too. I've got 15 months to go, and then I'm pushing through, praying that Father Time won't rewind those last words for much longer, because the echo is driving me insane. My lips can't quite forget the taste of your name, rocked against the crease of my own. It's hard to speak of surviving alone. Even harder to speak of dying alone, and honestly, yo, real shit, this shit is killing me softly, reminding me often of the pieces I've lost and the life my own faults cost me. I never got to say sorry, as if that word were enough to mend this, as if an apology could have tripped you as you ran from my friendship, like the love in my chest could have had you not in this. Had I thought it would have made any difference, I would have cried for you. Laid down my life for you. Would have pushed my pride to the side of you as I laid there inside of you, dreamt of spending my whole life with you. Saw you swollen at the waist without chance in a family. Birthed the child we both needed for a chance to be happy. I've got 435 days, they say, left to erase her smile from my heart. Unending hours will be spent picking our future apart. I've got 15 months to go. Going back and forth between two options. Teaching my feet to walk through life without you. And moving on because I have to.